Michelle. Well, I know you're not here right now, but I see your your comment. I'm excited for today's live stream. Let me just go ahead and do the intro, get that out the way before the usual crew gets here. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like, hey Janet, try not to feel like you need to use a particular tool, technique, or brand because that's what they're telling you in the video you're watching. If you want to try all the things, try all the things, but do it because you're curious and not because you feel obligated. You set the standard for how your makeup looks. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self acceptance and self love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint, and even when you got a third eye on the center of your forehead. So that's our motto here, and I hope it resonates with you. If you heard it before, I do hope it is one of your daily affirmations, just to love yourself for who you are. And two tidbits about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. The other thing is there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos. I try to be aware of him to just excuse me, but sometimes I'm not aware. So if you hear him and I don't say excuse me, please know I was not aware at that time. Janet, I was going to text you. Hey, Skinny Queen. I was going to text you to make sure you were safe and warm. Because I do believe today was a travel day for you. And before I knew it, it was time to be here. I had my alarm set for 10 after 7. I slept really well again today. I really did. I did email before. Let me backtrack. We're doing a Gene Simmons look today. Skinny Queen's request. Members of this channel. Oh, you didn't travel yet? Okay. Channel members here, they get to make requests, whether it be a certain type of look or um, a topic as a commentary video just to talk about. And so that's the main perk that I like for them is that they get to make requests. $2.99 a month. You may or may not pay taxes depending on where you are. And yes, I'm distracted by my lack of hair trying to brush it. But anyway, so that's what this is. This is the Gene Simmons look. She wanted me to, oh, okay. Do a Gene Simmons look from the band Kiss. And I'm like, and I have heard of the band, of course, because they were huge, very well known. But when she first said Gene Simmons, I'm like, who that? We're going to put in City Beauty Lip Oil. Hi, Juice. Thank you. You just made me think of that movie, Juice. With, what was his first name? His last name is Epps. Not Omar, but the other one. And Tupac. Um, so I have the picture on my computer, which I need to set up. I decided to go with, thank you for all the hearts. The third eye season, nobody told me now. No, you don't want one. You remember last night what it looked like, Janet. When I washed my face this morning, the rest of the dead skin, the brown part came off. And so I am glad it is pink because that's less noticeable than the dark brown, but it still is. So it's not bruised anymore. Now it's just healing. I have been putting Vaseline on it. And on top of Vaseline, I've been putting this dark spot treatment thing from Drunk Elephant. No, it's Murad. It was my birthday month gift that I chose because she said it was a moisturizer. It's not a moisturizer. It's a dark spot treatment serum. But it's coming in handy. And I also been putting it right here and here and here. So I don't know if it'll work. So I decided to use my oil paints today for this look because the look is, yeah, it does. Thank you. Because all the brown hair iron curler burnt part came off. And so I am glad that it did, even though I was just like, but I was debating whether to use water activated or not. And I decided not to use water activated paints because if I have to keep mixing it, it's going to be a different color every time I mix it. And so just to ensure the same color, I said I'll use this. Even though this needs to be set, I'm not going to set it because I'm not going anywhere. I don't need it to last, but it'll serve the purpose of just here. And it will stay on because I'm not going to be rubbing my face, excuse me for smacking, or anything like that. And the whole entire look is black and white. And Skinny Queen did say put my troll spin on it. And so I was thinking during one of my wake ups today how I'm gonna do that. And so instead of just the whole look, I think we're gonna do black with white accents on one side and white with black accents on the other side. That's what I think. Because if I'm not mistaken, well, let me open and look at the picture because I don't want to lie to you. And so we're going to be using this. This is white and this is black. And I am going to trace it out with what? I'm going to trace it out with, hey, Symphony Therapeutic Spa. I need a spa day. With Max Paint Pot and Black Mirror. Oh, no. Because we were going to trace out the white with Inglot's white. This is number 76. And so we're going to go ahead and also use the Inglot number 77, which is their black one. So that's what we're going to use to trace out. And do I have like liners out for that? I don't. The lady from, y'all, I emailed who they told me to email for that hotel situation. So I sent a nice long email, very detailed, because I don't want to hear no whatever. I think we're going to use 2 Eastern brushes. Or do I want to use my Sigma brushes? Because I do have 2 of these. No, we're going to use the Easterns. So I emailed it back. Actually, we're going to use the Lethals because these are already stained. We're going to use these to trace out the looks. And I made sure to be polite. Blah, 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 blah. This is the situation. I'm going to tilt you a little bit. I did move the phone up a little bit higher. The bracket up top that I keep it for horizontal, I turned it sideways so I can put my phone up higher because I know when I'm showing stuff, it's behind the chat sometimes. And so she emailed back. She was not having it, y'all. The most pleasant thing she said was hello. She said, hello, I received your email. However, you'll need to contact Expedia for a refund. And I had put about, there was no hot water for the shower. I'm a disabled veteran. I was in excruciating pain, like no empathy, no sympathy, no apologies for your inconvenience, none of that. And I'm just like, and I was in a wake up when I checked messages, and I know I had said I was going to work on not doing it, but I'm failing at it horribly so far. But I was just like, is she being like, what the hell? And so I emailed back saying, I'm confused as to why you're saying I need to contact Expedia for a refund when I did not reserve the room through Expedia. Please advise. She ain't emailed me back. And I'm just like, this. So what I did was I made sure I still had the reservation confirmation email. And it says Marriott reservation counter. And it has a number on there. And when I made the reservation, I was on the Marriott website and I called the number. So where is Expedia in this? And they did tell me at the front desk that it was a third party because I didn't book directly through the hotel, even though the address was the hotel. I thought I had already put the picture on my laptop and I did not. So I'm just going to my email real quick to get it. And so, but still, like, I didn't reserve it through Expedia. Like my cousin, she had reserved her room earlier that day. She went through Expedia, but our reservations are completely separate. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I do remember you had a black lip, but if I'm gonna do half and half, I may have to do a gray on one half and a black on the other half. All right, so here. If y'all did not see the picture, she posted it on my community tab. if you go to my YouTube page, you'll see a thing that says visit community. That's where you go and you can actually post whatever you want to post on there. And so I think that is really cool. Yeah, so his look, let me enlarge it so I can see it because I'm going to put up my laptop, and of course it's going to get some weird angle. Yeah, so he has a black triangle right here, and he has black like markings and a black lip. Everything else is white. So I am thinking though to do one side white markings and the other side black, which would mean the backdrop over here is going to be the opposite color. And so that'll be the troll twist. And it looks like he has fangs because his lipstick is coming down here on both sides. But we'll see where we are with the lipstick or how we're going to do that once we get there. So let me prop this up some kind of way where I can cross my fingers and hammer toes that it won't fall. It should be simple in the sense that it's only 2 colors. Yo, I be propping this up in a weird way, and if this were to fall. And I did think to move the tray that has my palettes in it, but then for some reason I didn't. I'm scared. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought today, excuse me for smacking, where's your travel day? Because I actually put your dates in my calendar that you were going to be in the next. I'm just making sure this isn't going to slide. Okay. That for the wider areas of face paint, we're going to be using our Real Techniques number 200s. I do think we may also use these Sigma brushes to fill in where we're tracing for the colors. Who's excited? Raise your hand. For down here, because this is all one color, we may use the Real Techniques 220. No, it's the 200. This is the 210. So we have our brushes out. I have not even been out today. I need to go check my mail because one of my, I got a delivery notification that one of my VA prescriptions was delivered today, actually. But I was sleeping. I was sleeping good. Hey, Alexandria, leaving the rehabilitation center. How's your grandfather today? Yeah, it is definitely, yeah, because it is completely flat. It is completely flat. And you can see where you see the deeper red, that's where the 2 holes were. Like one up here, like what the yeah, but it is completely flat. So I am glad though that it didn't stay that brown because that was bad. Okay, let me put some cream on under my eyes. Trying to think if I have a white shadow. All the whites I have, I think, are dual chrome, because if we're going to do, hey Grace, thank you for the brush. Because the markings here, if we do one side black and one side white, it also covers the eye. And I know I have black. I know I have black eyeshadow. And just really quick, I just grabbed this palette, and this has a black down here. To me, that looks like a blue black. Y'all know I'd be, because I'm not sure about putting this on my eyes. I think I may have before though, but I don't know. So we're gonna pour on some eye cream underneath. Excuse me. Oh, let me grab the barrier spray. Y'all, this stuff is strong. From Mayron. This is the City Beauty Brightening Eye Cream. I can honestly say I don't know if it works or not. I don't know. We are. How's your day today, Michelle? During one of my wake ups, I had a notification that Janessa was live, and she had been on for like 15 minutes at that time. And I'm like, oh, let me just log in. And it was the perfect timing too, because I started getting sleepy. And then she's like, well, this is it for today. And I'm like, okay, but I still need to go back and leave a comment. We're not going to do brows because you cannot even see his brows. We're going to do a dark brown on our inner rims because every black I've ever used in my inner rims irritated my eyes. And so this is Vivid Rich from NYX, and this is Smoking Topaz. We're going to spray this first, y'all. This stuff ain't no joke. I'm wondering if I want to put Fenty on first. Who's getting the new... Oh, let me back up. The new single palette. And you know I'm still on nobody. I ain't buying that. And I use my exemptions, and so... I do still keep checking Beauty Bay to see if 669 is there. And once it is there, I'm still going to have to wait till after March 25th. What palette? Thank you those who answered on the members only post. So it's looking like Mac and Natasha. And so what we'll do is, well, what I'll do, I will put trying to decide if I do. I'm gonna just put this straight on my skin, y'all. This stuff, it'll probably burn this. It'll probably make it burn. And so all of my Natasha palettes, I'll put them in the random generator, have it choose one, and then put all of my MAC palettes in the random generator, have it choose one. And the consensus seemed to be 5 shadows. So then for whatever Natasha palette it picks, put in number 1 through however many shadows. And maybe we'll do 6 shadows because I can't split 5 between 2 palettes. So I'll put in number 1 through however many shadows is in the Natasha palette that it chose, and we'll have that. I'll put for it to choose 3. That's how we'll get those 3 colors. And then whatever MAC palette it chose, number 1 through however many shadows is in that palette, and pick for it, set it to choose 3. So that's how we'll get our shades. Be fun to do a circle loco, but we're doing all random generator. But I can write that down for a future request though. I have 31 looks with circle loco, y'all, and that's why I was snarky with I was snarky with Tanya when she had said that she didn't have that palette because she wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm like, are you serious? I have 31 looks with this palette. You could just look at one of those and just recreate it. I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, between the one I have now and the previous one, yeah, I've done 31 looks with that palette. So, Michelle, are you asking for a palette bingo with the Natasha? Let me write that down. Hey, Kay. We're doing a Jean Simmons look from Kiss that Skinny Queen had asked for. Today is, what's today's date, y'all? The 20th? I'm writing down your request, Michelle. And I'm going to put your whole name because we have 4 Michelles that pop in and out of here. In the Circle Loco. I love that palette. Circle Logo palette bingo. Now watch it pick the 2 dusty shades and the 2 oranges. And the 2 oranges, even though one is metallic and one is matte, they look exactly the same on me and they do not show up. So this will be interesting. How many shades, Michelle? Okay, let's see. I hope everything works out, Kay. I did receive a message on Instagram, and I was like, I didn't know if it was a legit message or not, so that's why I didn't reply to it. And that's how I got hacked. I was hacked quite a few times years ago. But one of the times was because somebody asked me for something, and I did the thing because I thought it was that person, and it wasn't. And I'm just like, oh. So I did see that message, but I was just like I don't know. 6 shades. Okay. 6 shades. I don't think we have anything for next Tuesday. If we don't have anything scheduled for next Tuesday, we'll put this in there. So I'm loving this swag notebook they sent with the pen because I like practical stuff, and that is very practical. Where am I going to put this? This stuff is strong. You haven't left yet. I feel like I need to belch, and it felt like it was going to be a big one, but it didn't come out. So this is going to burn. All right, y'all. Oh, wait. That ain't even... It did burn. It did burn my third eye. Third eye's on fire. Ah! Open my eyes too quick. My eyes is burning. But it didn't get in my mouth and it didn't get in my nose. So I was holding my breath. But I do hope that works out. That's horrible. I get a lot of, it seems like a lot of emails. This is Nick's Viverich. Oh, blah blah blah. I see all that. I don't click on anything. I just delete those emails. I report it as spam. This stuff is tight. This stuff. I should have probably put the Fenty underneath, but then I thought that might take away what this barrier spray is supposed to do as far as lock everything in. And I don't have dry skin. Maybe that's why it feels like it does. I'm excited for this look. So what I'm wondering now is, instead of white, do I want to use a gray? Because there is a light gray in here. And actually the gray in here is a metallic. So the white is matte and the black is matte and this is metallic. But I don't think that'll be too close to the black. So maybe we'll do that. Because she said to do the look and add a troll twist. But I do like the idea of on one side focusing on one color and the other side focusing on the other color. Because I know I love when both sides of the face are different. Because I'm like, how am I going to troll this out? Like, it's very just white, black triangle, and black design, and black lipstick. So this was a good one, Skinny Queen, because it caused me to really think. As simple as the picture is, it really made me think, like, what can I do to troll it out? And then I thought, just do whatever kind of designs. But then I'm like, Cause y'all know I'm good. Y'all know I'm good for making something my own. But it does feel good. Well, it does feel good to make something my own, its own unique creation. But it also feels good when I practice restraint and I do something close to the inspiration. So it feels good both ways. And I think because I like trolling stuff out, making it my own. But if I'm asked by a client to do something specific, they're going to want that thing. You know what I mean? And so that's what makes it important to more or less at least kind of stick to what it is, what the inspiration is. I'm taking out a Q-tip here because my eyes are tearing. I slept so good, y'all. Oh my gosh, I've been sleeping good since I've been home. So I'm going to call the reservation number, the reservation counter number on the... I thought I just kept out a Q-tip. I must have put them all back away. Put them all away. So I'm going to call that number later on tonight. Let's see about a refund. And I don't want to report it as fraud because it wasn't a fraudulent purchase. But, yeah, that lady was rude. And they did tell me at the hotel that they couldn't refund me at the hotel because it was through a third party, even though it did say, excuse me, that it was Marriott. You have another request in honor of Valentine's Day. I am going to do an anti-Valentine's Day look, and I don't think I'm trying to remember if I wrote down what palettes to use, but I am definitely going to do an anti. No, I didn't put down what palettes to use because I wanted to see which ones I haven't used in a while. But yes, what is your other request? And so that is going to be before Valentine's Day. All right, so whenever you're ready, Michelle, because then I'll read it and write it down. Please don't say like a typical Valentine's Day look, pink and red and bows and hearts and shit. We are going to cover this up, I'm thinking, with the Inglot. Y'all, when Inglot dries, it dries. And even getting it off, like I have to put in work a little bit. But I am still thinking to put that here. Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Can you send a picture on my tab? In my community tab? Where's that notebook? This might be black and gold or something. Cause I ain't really feeling like all pinks and stuff like that. Excuse me if I'm shaking, y'all. I'm writing this down. There's the 20th. Queen of Hearts. She had that weird lipstick shape, didn't she? Okay. Or, well, yeah, either there or the community tab here. Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Oh, y'all, we're going to get into this look after I finish writing this down. Yes, exactly. Her. Let me put on here before Valentine's. Oh, y'all, my finger. This finger is stuck. And even bending it, it still hurts. Like now it's stuck like this. Fuck. I'm trying to warm it up. Damn. That's the same finger from before. All right, I'm going to finish writing this note later because I have before Val. What the hell? Y'all, I'm trying. This finger. And my fingers aren't even really straight. I mean, well, because the tips curve up. It won't bend all the, well, let me see. I'm getting to this look, y'all. This is hurting. The fuck? And I'm right hand dominant, so I'm gonna need this hand. Shit. All right. Fuck. Ugh. Damn it. I don't know. Thank you for bearing with me, y'all. Shit. Fuck. Damn it. I thought I was done with that because it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a strong rhyme to step to. Think of how many weeks shows you slept through. Eric B. and Rakim, old school hip hop song. I had forgot all about that freezing up. It's been a long time since it froze. The good thing is, since all of this is going to be filled in black, I can just make several lines. This one is still further over. Damn, that hurt. Let me put this on all messages. All right. And all of that's going to be filled in with black. I feel like I'm going to be very quiet during this live stream. Y'all know I like to chit-chat. I don't need to do this because we're going to fill it in. Damn. I'm shook, y'all, because that's really painful when that does that. At least it has been a long time. Like, it doesn't happen regularly, which is awesome because that shit hurts. Alright, black. This is CC Beauty. I think it was like, I want to say 14 something or 15 something, and I did purchase the bundle. It came with a translucent powder and a set of brushes. The brushes are crappy, but it was only a few dollars more. So I'm like, y'all probably saying, girl, why didn't you just put the Inglot all the way in here? Because I could have just used a bigger brush for that. It's sore now, but it's not hurting. Yeah, so however long that was when I was sitting here doing all that and trying to warm it up to bend it. So it's not long. It feels long because it hurts, but however long that was, like what, less than a minute probably. And even right now it's still sore, but it doesn't hurt. Damn. I knew from last time to not keep trying to write, because when I kept trying to finish my note before, it just kept cramping up right away. And I don't know if it was you, Dion, or somebody else that says if something cramps and you go back to do that same exact thing, it's going to do it again. And so that's why I didn't do that this time. Damn. I told my neighbor my live stream last night, somebody commented it was cold over there. I said, it sure is. She asked me if I had that hat on. I said, I sure did. I said, I had on 2 shirts, this hoodie, and a hat. I forget what his name was who had said that. I mean, it sure is. The good thing is, though, these lights, in the wintertime, it's good that these lights, they do make me warm. It's not good for the summer, because then I'm like, I need to turn the fan on. So this is this. This will probably be the easiest part. If I had sense, I would use my tablet more, because that's something I could sit up right here and look at it like this instead of like looking over there to see what it's looking like. I'm gonna do the split with the eye thing, because it's like a black design over both eyes. One I'm gonna do black with a white background, and the other one I'm gonna do black with the white background, which is how his picture is. And so, but not for this. I'm just looking to see. I had an itch on my nose. Man, this I think Thursday is when I need to request a renewal for my pain med, and I am going to put a note in there asking him to increase it just a little bit. I'm hoping just because it's winter time, but I don't know. But I'm going to ask him anyway because, like, if it does get better, then I just will not take it as often, you know what I'm saying? Because the prescription is every 4 to 6 hours. And so I'm just seeing if the color is consistent, and it's not. Right here it's looking light. I think we're good with that. All right, now I'm gonna do this damn design. Oh lordy. He does just have white down the center. Shit. This is gonna be difficult. It looks. I wonder if they used a stencil. Looks like Avatar. You talking about the Queen of Hearts? Whatchamajigget? The show? Damn it. I'm talking about the Avatar, The Last Airbender. It's an anime. So what looks like Avatar? You're saying this looks like Avatar? I know I'm quiet, y'all. The triangle on the forehead. I didn't like that movie. It was too woo 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 for me. And y'all know I believe stuff like that. Well, not that, because that was just. But I was just like, no. It was like there's too much stuff going on for me. I will say, like, the effects and all of that, the costume, all of that was really good. I will say that. Now, what's gonna be hard, y'all, is doing this on this side and right. I don't like it when I'm quiet because I'm so used to talking. I made these too close together. Yeah, I am really like trying. Oh, good grief. I apologize, y'all. I know I usually talk a lot. See, this is me trying to practice restraint. Because usually I just be doing anything because I'm just like, whatever. But I'm really trying here, Skinny Queen. So where is this one? He has like a triangle coming here. Michelle always likes to give Dion a challenge. Yo, when she had that cheetah stitch, I was like, what? What the hell? Is there another one? Yeah, you can see there's two whatchamajiggets. What am I doing? I'm looking like, what am I doing? So all of this is going to get filled in with black. Michelle's just giddy over this look. Y'all, this thing is sore, but it don't hurt. I'm just glad it doesn't hurt, because that. I don't have a white. Because all of this is gonna be filled in black. I forgot about this. This water activated paint. So we can use that for, at least for the eye over here. And hopefully it'll look the same color white as, I'm throw it off, y'all. When something like that happens, I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't need this yet. We're gonna, the way you said, what the hell? I know, and I don't even say hell, I go heal. I be like, what the hell? Trying to make it not sound like what it is, which is crazy because I'll be dropping F-bombs and all other types of curse words, so why not just say hell? You know, I'm weird that way. Y'all know I'm strange. What instrument are you going to play in the band? Skinny Queen, what instrument does he play? This is supposed to be Gene Simmons, and so whatever he play. I need to stop with this because I just messed up that line. Why did I even come over here? This eye just twitched. Whatever instrument Gene Simmons played. The heel. We're like the heel of your shoe. The heel. Why is this starting to look cracked? Need to leave it alone. I do really need to leave it alone. And maybe we'll leave the center open, but I'm not sure. Because since both of the eye shapes were in black, it was just a strip of white straight down the middle. Maybe we'll put that gray there. This is a trusted process moment. Let me put this down. This is a trusted process moment. Thank you, Skinny Queen. So what's new with y'all? Hey, CM, how are you? Thank you for you were here before. I remember your name. Thank you for coming back to hang out with us some more. Oh, guys, great news. We are on a 100-hour work week, but starting Monday, Sean takes the second half of paternity, 6 weeks home. Awesome. So the idea here is for this to look like this. You're doing good, thank you. How have you been? I've been good. I've been good. There was an incident over the weekend, but other than that, like, it was a good weekend. I went to my second cousin. Y'all, she is 16 years old. I was like, when did she grow up? What? She's a cheerleader, and so her team had competition this weekend, so I went with them there. This is not filling in it right. I'm glad you're doing good though. It's always exciting for me to be here hanging out with all of my trolls. Why do I feel like I don't know what I'm doing? Like, I'm feeling weird right now. I don't know what's happening. Do y'all ever have those moments where, like, your mind just, like, you know what you're doing, but your mind is just like, what are you doing? I don't know how to explain it. I remember telling y'all a few days ago, see, these are sharper. These are too round. A few days ago, I was telling y'all that I feel like I'm, like, in some weird place. And I still feel like that. Oh, shoot. Then I gotta, like, This side is not back to my hairline. Girl. Oh no. These are more pointy. But there's nowhere to go to make it pointy at this point, because how come I'm looking at the design? So we have this first peak and then this one and then this one. So what the hell? Is one side of my face shorter than the other side? Shorter than the other side. The hell? Oh, good grief, Charlie Brown. So that one comes, and this is further down. Yo, this is cray-cray. Like, I don't know what's happening. No, Alexandria. Skinny asked for me to do a Gene Simmons look. Gene Simmons from the band Kiss. Yo, I am way off on this for real, for real. But thankfully, she did say put a troll twist on it, so we're going to consider this whole side a twist. Okay, then we come back out. Y'all. Looks almost like it wants to be a flower. You're thinking about those designs of Avatar character faces. It does look like that. It does. The shakes. All right, let me... And my wide ass nose that made that crooked. Yeah, it does. I agree. But why'd I go all the way over here and this is like in here? It's like my when I smile, this side is right here and this side way the hell over here. So this side is right here and this side is way the hell over here. Yeah, that's what we did. That's what we did. That's what we did. That's what we're going to say we did. And then... and this is further. Is that further? It's not the same. I don't know jack about Kiss except some of the songs and the crazy costumes. I remember the name of the band because they were so popular, but that's all I know. When she first said Gene Simmons, I'm like, who that? Because I was thinking that the Simmons dude who did like the aerobics or jazzercise or Richard Simmons. That's what I was thinking. And I'm like, okay, I know Gene Simmons is not Richard Simmons. Is that his brother? And then she said from the Kiss band. And I'm like, oh. And so she did send me an inspiration picture. Because I was like, who that? Even when Michelle had asked for the Stitch picture, I was like, oh, so Stitch is, I'm like, Stitch. No, what did I say? I said Lilo was the blue one. She's like, no, Stitch was the blue one. Like, I don't know none of that stuff. So I am thankful for the community tab now because even if y'all just wanted to post something, you can. And I think, Michelle, that people aren't used to it because I saw that you had posted a few things and like there wasn't really many comments. So I think people just aren't used to having somewhere else to go to Chit-chat, but I think it is a great thing. Like once it catches on, instead of just responding to my post, you can do posts and that looks like a flower. Jazzercise with it. Yeah, he was happy. I think it feels off because there is black paint on one side and white on the other side. You aren't crooked. No, it is crooked. Because this line right here, my hairline is back here. That same line, this is my hairline. So that's why it is. This is my hairline, and this is where I put the white line. This is my hairline back here, and the black line is way up here. But looking straight, you can't really tell. But yes, definitely, this side I did take it way over. But thank you. I also think the light dark contrast. I think that's coming in handy with my nose. As far as what that looks like right there. I think we're going to put gray down the center of the nose. Looking at the picture. What are we going to do right now? We're going to take Max Paint. I could use this, but it doesn't show up opaque. But this is a good base though. Where we are going to use Max Paint Pot. Excuse me. Bruce, chill out, dude. Excuse me. Alright, so this is the black side. Do I want to put paint pot on it? Y'all, this right here, this is the inglot. When this dries, it dries. So I know this is not going to be nice to my under eye area. Taking this off under here. I see something out of the corner of my eye. So thank you. I don't know if it's a heart or what, but I did see it out of my peripheral vision. So thank you for that. Y'all, this is not going to be nice because y'all see already like how it's pulling my wonderful wrinkles. So we're going to put paint pot up top, and then we're going to set it with the black powder. I'm going to put primer on first. Yeah, Jazzercise. He was a happy little dude. Okay, so all of this is going to be black. And so the weekend was really good, except that one incident. I don't want to use this. This is what we use for the oil base. Let's take a clean one. Tilt my mirror here. Put this up here. Put on the MAC Paint Pot and black mirror. I feel like, Janet, that I did put the cream paint on my eye before, because I feel like I put it like up here, and then when I looked down or I looked up or something, you were like, oh no, it got on your lid. I'm feeling like that was this oil paint, or it might have been the water activated, but for some reason I think it was this one, but I'm not sure. And it didn't irritate my eyelids, which was good, because y'all know I be going through some things. I'm retarded. I shouldn't say that. That's not a good word, because I could have just put this under here instead of that inglot. Because that inglot is going to be a hassle to get off from this tender eye area here. We're going to go ahead and set that with black powder, because this will crease because it's creamy. Put that over there. Take this brush. When I'm going to this black from in the Dramatic palette, y'all know I don't say, well, it's not dramatic. We're going to tap this on top. I think I'm going to be reduced to putting that water activated on the other side, because I don't have a white shadow. Which might look weird since we have a shadow over here. Or I can do a gray. I do have a gray fluid line. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because I don't know what that water activator will look like on my lid. Let me think about that. Put this over here. I know you're not techie and I don't want to spam your community. Well, it's not spamming it. Let's go ahead and fill in. I am going to need a different brush for some of this where it's not a wide area. Hey, Marion, I do remember you. How are you tonight or today or this morning? I might have to use a smaller brush. Yep, I remember you. I love when new people come in and speak, because I do remember seeing names. And so I am always glad when, I'm glad that you did chat with us before. okay. I have been okay. My second cousin had a cheerleading competition over the weekend, so I did go to that. Y'all, those are so much fun. I used to once in a while watch cheerleading competitions on TV. In person, y'all, oh my word. The athleticism, the trust in your teammates to do all the stuff they do. Like I was just like, whoa. Um I wanna use a brush bigger than this brush. Oh, that's why we have these here. It's a whole different thing. If you guys are ever able to go to a cheerleading competition, I'm like, what in the world? It's so different in person than seeing it on TV. And maybe it's the energy too. But just seeing the things they do, and you're trusting, your team to do what y'all practice, throw you up in the air, hold you a certain way, make sure, or at least try to make sure you don't fall. Because quite a few teams, y'all, they was falling and stumbling and wobbling, and I was just like, ooh. And I'm not even a cheer mom, but stuff would be happening. I'd be like, this one girl, she started to fall. They were holding her up in the air, and it's at least 4 people holding them up, and she started tilting, and I was like, not my second cousin's team, but she started tilting, and they were still holding her legs up, so like her upper body was just like slow. It was like slow motion, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, her upper body was tilting, but you know what? She still held that pose, and I was just sitting there like, and I can tell when one of the ones holding her saw what was about to happen, because she let go of her foot and ran over like this to catch the girl's head from hitting the floor. And I was just like, oh my god. Like she ran over like so her head wouldn't hit the floor. Y'all, they be serious, because they will hold that pose till they hit the ground. But I was just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, her head was about to hit that floor. So it's like, I'm gonna hold this pose. Hopefully somebody will catch me before I hit the floor. This is insane. Hold you up, flip you up this way, that way. Oh my gosh. And y'all know I ain't flexible at all. So I'm just like, wow. But it is so much fun. Man, they have the ones in February is Houston and Atlanta. I will not be going to those. March, they have 2 here in Delaware. But one of them is when I'll be away at Academy. So I'm like, damn it. So that one I'm going to miss. And they're right here in Delaware, but the Academy is held in Maryland. So I was kind of like, damn it. And I thought about saying I couldn't make it, because they always send out an email like, can you make it to this Academy? They do that for all the faculty members. Because even when that last dude's mom died, I still went. And she passed like a week before, 2 weeks before, and they were like, if you can't make it, that's okay, but I really hope you can. I said, I'm going to be there, because I'm like, either I'm going to go there and be of service to the community, or just stay home and just be crying and depressed and sad. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, let me make the most of my time. So I still went, and I had a good time. And that was one of the best classes, too. And that wasn't just me saying that. Excuse me. The other faculty too, they were like, this has been the best class ever. So it wasn't just me feeling that way. And they were all just really into it. Because sometimes people go to Academy to learn stuff and to grow, and they leave the same way they came. And we tell them, you get out of it what you put into it. But they were all in, y'all. I was just like, wow, this is amazing. And you ask the question, they not giving just like simple, nonsensical answers. But they were like really digging deep. And it was really awesome. It was really awesome. And so I was glad that I went. So this is this eye. How am I doing, skinny? Academy is a I'll say it's like a self-help type program. It's geared to help people find their place within the community, and it's geared towards the leather and MS community. And so it's sort of like you go, you learn, you hear, you dig deep to find out, is this really for you? Is this really what you want to do? Um, and so we just call it Academy. It does have a longer name, but that's just what we call it, just to be short. And it's like, I think it's like every 3 months, 4 months. I think it seems to be like, it's either every 3 or 4 months. This finger, y'all. I think this is looking good. We're going to take the oil base and just put this up here, because I want the color to be more consistent, because I can see where the paint pot is. I don't know about it, but let's just put it under here too. How am I doing, Skinny? Too blessed to be stressed. Whew, child. I like this. I think it needs more color. You know, y'all like, girl, it's black. What do you mean color? Because when I turn, sometimes I see where it looks a little thin. But you know what? Overall, though, I need to stop trying to be perfect, because I do think it looks good. And then we still got to do white for everything over here that's not black. All right, we're going to do this side. What are we going to put on the lid, though? Shit. There is a matte gray in here, too. I forgot about that. There's a shimmer gray and a matte gray. I'm thinking to do this one. And you know what? After the fact, right? I could have did this in gray and did a gray and black instead of a white and black. We're going to try with this water activated eyeliner on the lid. Do I want to put, I don't really want to put Inglot on my lid. But you know, I think that's what we're going to do. Shit. Yeah, let's just do that, not even deal with the water activated. Y'all, this finger is so sore. We're just going to go for it with the Inglot. And you're like, you might just put Inglot over there. I know. I need another one of these brushes. Thank you, y'all, for being here. I feel like this live is kind of boring, in the sense that we're usually chatty. Well, me, I usually chat more. We're going to do it. Hopefully my eyes don't be mad at me later. Inglot ain't no joke. No joke. No joke. I just wish the PAO was longer. I took them out of my kit because it passed the PAO. Excuse me. I'm thinking now, like, why did I put that brown under here? Y'all, this, what I'll need to do is still spray my face with the Scandinavia, makeup removal spray, or or the remover spray, and then just hold the Neutrogena wipe just like on my eye for a while. Is this gonna, I'm hoping it doesn't crease. We'll see. If it does, we'll come back to it. All right, going in with the, yeah, it's creasing. I don't have a white shadow. All of my whites are dual chrome. We're just going to have to deal with the creasing. And this might change the color. Yep, damn. That's what I wanted it to not do. And the translucent powder is in my kit. That is not what I want to do. Damn. And it's still creased. Look at that. What was the point? This is this again. We're just going to have creasing. Uh-oh. Creating a patch. Okay, let me move on from this. All right, let's translucent. Yeah, it's in my kit. The translucent powder's in my kit. That Fashion Fair shade is truly tawny. All right, so going in with the white. All this is going to be white. I have a Too Faced Born This Way. This eye just twitched. This one I never twitched before. What is happening? I have a Too Faced Ethereal Born This Way translucent powder. This eye keeps switching. What the fuck? That I really like. My introduction to that was winning Grace's giveaway like however many years ago, and that was one of the prizes in her giveaway. And I really like it. And I was saying earlier, I did get the entire kit, this palette, the brushes, which are shitty, and a translucent powder, but they're both in my kit. And I didn't think to... I wonder if this eye is twitching because this Inglot is heavy. Or is it... Or is my lid just sticking? Maybe that's what's happening. So I do have 2 translucent powders, just none at my station. I don't know if I want to go in here because I don't want to. Yeah, I think my puff area is just sticking to my lid. That feels so weird. But I do think that's what's happening. This reminds me of those masks that they used to sell that you can hang on. Yeah, some of them be creepy looking, but some of them do look nice. But some of them do be like, what the hell? The hell is that? Thank you y'all for being here. This is damn, this is taking a long time. This is taking a long time. We're just gonna leave that eye just like that. I love these brushes for these paints. I told y'all 2 of them pulled apart. But I have had them for a long time. And they're what, like $5, $6? And then Ulta usually has $3.50 off a $15 purchase. And so I am not mad at all. And I still have 10 left. When I get down to like half that, I'll buy some more. And I see the sets of Real Techniques brushes. This eye is funny because it's thickened. And we're going to switch brushes to the Sigma brush. At TJ, well, no, actually it's Marshall's. They always have it in a kit, whereas at Ulta, I can just buy the brush individually. Yo, this eye feels weird. Oh my gosh, because it's sticking. Inglot ain't no joke. No joke whatsoever. Who in here uses Inglot? Okay, do you use Inglot? I don't like this line right here. Inglot ain't no joke. I just wish the PAO was longer. So they can stay in my kit longer. But now that I've learned that these creams work with stencils too, it's not that big of a deal. Because the water activated paints did not work well with the stencils at all. What was this one? I'm trying to think of things to talk about. Sorry, you've been filling out medical questionnaires. Don't be sorry for that, Janet. You got things to do. And we are a multitasking bunch. Like that we know. We are a multitasking bunch. Do not feel the need to apologize at all. I multitask too when I be doing playing videos. That's why I like it when they talk, because then when they stop talking, I be like, is the video still on? Y'all just I know there's a white in the Pride palette, but it's not. I think it's a dual chrome. Because I'm gonna need to do. This is sticking. I need to do something because this feels really weird on my eyelid. And that's a big ass beast of a palette to pull out for that one shade. Overall, though, y'all, I am digging it. It looks more like a flower to me than anything else. You know what? Thank you, Skinny Queen. I like this. I do like this. Uh-oh. Oh, I grabbed Nina's picture by mistake, the one she drew of me. Put that there. I'm trying to get to the Pride palette, that monstrosity. Ooh. That is all sorts of cracked. So the color, this is definitely a dual chrome. We're going to use this one and just whatever it comes out as, that's what it's going to go back to. Hopefully it'll stick even though it is still wet. Or tacky, I should say. I just wanted to stop sticking because it feels weird. I am not tapping off. That looks messy. I am not tapping off. I want this to stop sticking. It does feel better. Alright. This is a beast of a palette. This is going to be fun, y'all. Putting this in the palette bingo for it to choose a palette because there's 40 shades in here. You're like, oh, just pick one shade. No, it's going to be 3 if it picks the Pride palette. Let me just sit this on the floor right here. Alright, so now where are we? It's not as opaque as I would like it to be. But I kind of feel like I just want to keep going because we still have to do all over here black that's not already white and all over here white that's not already black. So we got a lot to do. Yo, this is taking a long time. I see a gap up here I need to go back and fill. So what are y'all doing? Because I know y'all multitasking too. Kay is probably getting, well, no. What are y'all doing as y'all are listening to me not talk a lot for once? Boy. Where did I see? Somewhere right here. This is what I saw. This line right here. There's a gap. I don't know why my lighting is going in and out like that. And this is my hairline, so that's why that's looking kind of cray-cray. This is a lot. I don't know why I thought it was going to be quick to do. I like it though. Like, I seriously like it. Like, yeah, this shit, the points are different. But I like it. The questionnaire was tough. What I'm thinking, y'all, is to put gray all over. And I'm thinking that because we're going to put gray down the center of the nose. In the picture, this is black, and it's white down the middle. So what do y'all think? Because I can do all white here and all black here, and then still just do the gray in the middle. But then what is that going to tie into? You know what I'm saying? So should I just do gray everywhere? This matte gray that's in here? Or we could do the shimmer gray. So what say you, Skinny Queen? Where's that brush? Proceed with the gray. Hey, Locke, did you just pop in? Like a little Jack in the Box. How you doing today? All right, so we're going to proceed with the gray. I like this. This shape is way off from this one. I don't care. I really like it. All right, the gray. So we're going to take this brush. Silent watch in the background. You a lurker. And that is okay. Thinking this one too, because we only have 2 of those Sigma ones. All right, we're going to do the big matte or shimmer gray. This is the matte. This is the shimmer. I'm thinking the matte gray. What do y'all think? What I could do while I'm waiting for an answer is line my lips in black. Your freehand design is awesome. Thank you, Tanya. They are crooked though, but thank you. Matt says Janet. Yeah, they're not the same now. But I do like it. And I don't think anybody would be like, oh my God, like this shape is different than this one in the middle. Because there's so much other stuff to see. So why hyper focus on that? Now, if it was for a photo shoot, then yeah, they would be like, you need to redo that. And I'd be like, absolutely. I'm going to overdraw on the bottom lip line. This is me practicing restraint, Tanya, because my previous troll plays, I was just like slapping stuff everywhere. And even with an inspiration picture, I was still just like whatever, like making it my own. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, if a client asks for a certain thing, that's what they want. And so I had to be more intentional, learn to be more intentional. Like last week, I know I screwed up on that 1920s look. Because I don't know. And I know I did tell you, I feel like I'm just kind of wherever. Like, I don't even know. But I just did what I normally do. It was like the hell with what the look's supposed to be. But I will come back and do the smaller areas with a smaller brush. Oh yeah, this is gonna look nice. Matte gray. This is gonna look nice. This eye is not sticking anymore. So even though that's a different color, well, even though it still look, I don't like how the lid looks. I like that. It must be ice and snow in the parking lot. I heard somebody's vehicle moving. I heard a bunch of like crunching. Yeah, I don't like how this lid looks, but I like that it's not sticking anymore, because that just felt weird. So I don't think it was twitching. I think it was just how it was sticking. It made it feel like it was twitching because it was stick and then like pop open. So it felt like it was twitching, but I really don't think it was. We'll come back and do these edges. like this. I like this. The black looks like teeth on a saw, and the white looks like petals on a flower. Tanya is good for this. Looks like that. Your mind is very associative. So, Skinny Queen, how am I doing with your requests? Now, what would have been awesome? Are you going to tag Jesus when I post this? I hadn't thought about it, honestly. But maybe I should when I put it on Instagram. I had a strange dream in the sense that it was weird. Not a bad weird. The last dude's mom that died, they talked her into moving back to New Jersey. After she had gotten married the second time, she decided that she wanted to sell the house and they were going to move down to South Carolina. And so that's what they did. And her health started, going downhill. So her children talked her into going back to New Jersey. And he decided he didn't want to live in the country anymore, meaning South Carolina. So he had already left and moved back to Philly, moved in with his sister. And I think that was a dick move because, and not the good kind of dick, because when his health was jacked up, she took care of him. But then she gets sick and he's like, oh, I don't want to live down here no more. And he moves. I'm noticing too that this black and this white right here is not in the same place. And so my dream, and y'all know my mom has dementia. My dream was that my mom got married to that dude. And so even in the dream, I'm like, and so I wanted to tell her, like in the dream, like, yeah, the previous wife got sick and he left her and that. And then I'm like, let me just let her have her moment. But it was really strange because I'm just like, how? Why is my brain thinking about this? Because my mom is in no state of mind to even be in a relationship with her dementia. And then for it to be that dude, excuse me? I got an itch. Looking at the comments. I gotta remember to use oil first with one of these brushes before I use brush cleaner or Dove. Because if I just try to clean this with water, it's not gonna work because oil and water do not mix. So like it's something in my throat. Yeah, this is way over here, and this is this at my hairline. Like what? I don't know what. Good thing about having short hair is like it don't matter what I do to it. I can put paint in it, whatever. It don't matter. I need a smaller brush to get in here before I mess up something. And to get down the what's the word? The middle of my nose. I actually like this. I really like this. Thank you, Skinny Queen, for this request. Oh shit, I done went over the black line. And this is nice and dry, so this isn't gonna work. A little bit. Tanya's eating. You always eat tuna and broken taco shells. Thank you, Grace. I do really like this one, like for real. Because y'all know sometimes I'll be like, But I am actually liking this one. Alright, we're gonna do, I don't know why the light is doing that. This is tedious. It's not hard at all. It's just tedious. Like all the little details. because I care. I don't want to leave. I went over that black line right there. So let's go over the black line up here. Okay. We'll go back and put more gray here because I'm seeing as it's drying down, even though it doesn't completely dry down, that it's looking patchy. But let's get into all these little spaces. I do wonder if they did a stencil. I don't know though, because being over the eye area where the skin moves and all of that. I don't know. I don't know if I think that's a stencil or not. Because I'm looking to see how exact are the designs. And the designs, like in here, they are looking a little bit different. Like if you really looking at it, and it's on my community tab. Skinny Queen posted it. Actually, yeah, the community. And so really looking at it, or it may just be the way his face is, because his face isn't straight. It's like this. And so on one side, like this is looking thicker than this side. This one in the center is looking thicker than that side. I mean, not as jacked up as mine, but. And so that's what has me wondering now, like, it's either not a stencil and it really is different, or it's the same and it's just his positioning of his face for that picture. Hello, beautiful Joe. For this look, shit. A lot. and because of the time. Because it is easy, but look, we've been here in 90 minutes already. It would be a lot. I have 2 separate pricings for venues where, like an event host, outside of the Playhouse, of course, where an event host can just pay me a flat rate per hour that they want me to be there. And that'll be that. And the other option is they pay a flat rate per hour, which is less than the first one, because the clients would pay the difference. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they do just want somebody there, like just in case somebody wants a service. I just messed up something. What did I just mess up? I just messed that whole line up. But you know what? It looks okay. Yeah, that's a good question, because, and I'm glad you asked that, because if somebody said, "Oh, you do this look," I would look at it and be like, "Oh, okay, that's easy to do." But then, like after an hour and a half later, I'm like, "Damn, I'm still not done yet," and so I would have undercharged, to be honest with you. No one has asked for anything really detailed. I will say the most detailed was when she wanted that Pikachu look, and I'm like, "What's Pikachu?" And it was just getting the circles right under the eyes, because it was kind of like an oblong thing. But that was the most detailed. No, it wasn't. The one that let me do the arrows down his nose and on his chin, that was detailed too, but that was quick. And he chose that off of the picture when I did that to myself. And he was like, "Let's do that." I'm like, "Okay." But it has not been anything this detailed that has taken me like this long, except the one person who wasn't sure what she wanted. And it was a situation of, I don't know how to describe what I want, but I know it when I see it. And so y'all, yeah, that took a long time. She did tip me way more than what the cost was. And I was like, "Oh, thank you." She said, "Well, 'cause I feel like I took up a lot of your time." And so I did really appreciate it, because if I quote you a price, and if you say, "Okay, well now can you add this?" I'm gonna be like, "Well, that's such and such extra." But for her, she was like, "Oh," she said, "I'm gonna give you more than what you said, because I feel like I'm taking up a whole lot of your time." And so that I really appreciate it, because some people, they just be like, and then I'll be like, "I ain't working with you again." But I appreciated that she was aware of, you know. And that's why I always say, like, I can't do your vision if you are not clear on what your vision is. And y'all know I'm not going to quit. So I told her, I said, we're going to keep at it till we get what you like. But she wasn't able to describe it. So we just kept going, kept doing stuff. I started tracing out stuff. I said, this is not what it is, but I just want you to see if this is the shape that you want. And so it was, it was a lot of work. It was easy. It was just challenging in the sense of trying to do something that she wanted because she couldn't explain what it was that she wanted. And I picked up pretty quickly that it was one of them things. I don't know what I want, but I know it when I see it. And you need to know because I can't do it if I don't know what it is. But we did get to what she wanted. And a couple times she was like, well, let's just leave it like this. It's okay. I said, no, it needs to be better than okay. It needs to be like, wow, I like this. Thank you. I said, we're going to keep going. So part of that was me too, because I was refusing to just be like, okay, you said, okay, we'll just leave it like this. But I'm like, no, we're going to get something you like. Because at the end of the day, like she was still paying for a service. She did admit that she that, you know, blah, 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 blah. And so I do, and that means a lot to me too, when they understand and they take accountability for, yeah, I know this is taking a lot longer because I'm indecisive. I appreciate that awareness. That's what it is, the awareness. And that is somebody I would work with again because of the awareness versus somebody that's just entitled and they're like, oh, well, just do this and do that. And you there for 30 minutes longer than you thought. And they're just like, When I had cross-dressing clients back in 2018, 2019, this one guy, he was so entitled. He would always be late, and then he would want to stay longer. I'm like, you booked 90 minutes. If you come 20 minutes late, that means we got an hour and 10 minutes to do what we're supposed to be doing. And so when I would tell him, okay, we got 10 minutes left. Oh, but I just got, I said, yeah, that's what it is. That's what you got here. But your appointment time was such and such time to such and such time. And we're 10 minutes from such and such time. And so he would try and stay longer. I would start packing up his stuff. I will pack your stuff for you. And he came late every friggin' time. So I'm like, you should know by now, you're not getting extra time unless you pay for extra time. I like this, and I'm glad we did go with the gray. The gray is drying down and it's looking patchy. Is this what we use for the gray? Yep. Yeah, so that dude, and I might have told this story before. When COVID came, excuse me, and clients were calling me, nope, I'm not taking no appointments. And the thing is they were all still working. I'm home. I'm like, you ain't bringing in your work cooties in here, and I'm gonna catch COVID from your job. And so I was making good money though too, y'all. I shut it down. I'm like, nah, I'm not getting COVID from you. And a couple of them though, they were so pleasant to work with. And when they would call to make an appointment, I would be so excited. Because some people you're just excited to see and to work with. But that one guy, he was just so freaking arrogant. I'm just like, dude, no. And you're disrespectful. Like, you're not respecting my time. And so after COVID, I'll say in 2022, he emailed me, and I was surprised because I keep thinking people will forget. He emailed me saying that, he was telling his friends about me, and, they want to come, like him and like 4 of his friends. I was going to touch my nose. I got an itch. And I'm thinking, oh, hell, dealing with 5 of you. I'm like, So I gave him like an astronomical like fee. So I'm like, it's going to be you and 4 like you probably, but they might not have been like him. But I was just like, I was not trying to find out. And so I gave him some astronomical amount. And he was like, oh, well, that's going to be too much. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, yes. He just was not a pleasant person. You come late. You want to complain. And this is what it was. All of my other cross-dressing clients, they wanted to look as pretty of a woman as possible. This guy, I don't know what he was watching, but he was even the tone of his foundation. It was cakey. The color was off. And I would be looking at him like, and so when I would do his face, he would be like, oh, that's a nice start. And I'm thinking, this is the look. Like, this looks really nice. The color is good. It doesn't look cakey. And he would just be like, oh, that's a good start. Because he was used to doing what he was doing. So one time I asked him, I said, okay, what is your goal here? Do you want to look, and no offense, because I am a fan of drag queens, y'all know. I said, do you want to look like a drag queen, or do you want to look as pretty as a woman as possible? And he said, I want to look as pretty a woman as possible. I said, that's what you look like right now. All the other stuff that you usually do, you look like a drag queen. And there's not anything wrong with it, but you just need to be clear on what it is you want me to do for you. And so that's what made him frustrating, because he was so used to his own thing. Y'all, his foundation shade was really off, but he did not want to listen to my advice. And so, why are you here? Like, why are you paying me if you're not even going to listen? This finger is still stiff. So yeah, I'm like, I'm not doing with him and like for his friends. I'm like, that is not even enjoyable. And so sometimes, y'all, the money is not even worth it. I want to enjoy what I do. I want to enjoy the personalities of the people that I'm working with. And if you got a history of being an asshole, you ain't gonna be an asshole over here. He was like, oh wow, like that's way too much. I'm like, oh, okay. I like this. And for Skinny Queen, we're gonna do our ears. Can't even see his ears, but we're gonna do our ears for Skinny Queen. Yo, this gray has a hole in it. Get inside the ear. I do like this look. This is the gray we're using, y'all. Got a hole in it. Let's do the other ear. I'm thinking what else I need to do. I'm looking at this V right here. I'm just like, it looks out of place now to me. And I'm trying to think of what to do about it, but then part of me is like, do I want to do anything about it? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think? Like layer something? Well, you know what? I don't know. Because I do want to change it, but then we've been here a while already. I did all of this on my ear. And this does wipe off easy, Janet, unless I set it. Because that demonstration video I did with the oil and the water activated versus something else, I went to wipe it off, it didn't wipe off. I was like, and Janet commented, yeah, you were shocked when that didn't come off. I said, yeah, I really was. That powder friggin' locked it down. I was just like, oh shit. Keep the triangle like it is. And part of me wants to do that because I feel like if I start messing with it, then I'm really going to be like, because what I was thinking is to do a gray V in the middle just to tie it in with that, but I do like it, or put a black triangle down here. But I think yeah, I like this look, y'all, and I'm kind of surprised. I don't know why. Trying to find a brush I use for the gray. Is this the brush that had the gray? Yeah. I don't know why. And then we just gotta do the black lipstick. I was thinking of mascara, but I don't think I'm gonna do mascara. I was thinking black over here and white over here. That would look weird. That would be like Halloweenish. Black over here wouldn't show up, but white over here would, because that Capacity mascara from Lethal, the shade name is Capacity. It's a white mascara. It does make my lashes look like I have on false lashes. But I'm not going to do that because it's going to be enough work to get this ink blot off my lid and then have to deal with getting mascara off my lashes. I thought you said it had mold in it. What had mold in it? What are you talking about? So I said, what had mold in it? No ghost stairs. Thank you, Skinny Queen. I really like like it. Like, I really do. What did I say had mold in it, Tanya? No ghost ears. Ah, thank you, Marion. Excuse Bruce. I wish I could wear black, but I'm only doing this just so you don't see the pink of my waterline. Tanya, what did you think I said had mold in it? I wish I could do a black, but they all irritate my lips. Caviar. I misheard you. You said the gray had a... Oh, yeah, it has a hole in it. This finger, y'all. Yeah, you see that this is the gray I've been using. It has a hole in it. We've been using this white, this black, and this gray. Do you apply makeup for other? Yes, I do makeup for other people as well. This is Caviar. And you know what? He has two... Maybe we'll use the lip liner for that. He has like a little hook down here. So it's almost like fangs. It's actually in his corner. I never actually do my actual corners. Do I want to do the paint? Yeah, that's about how it looks. Let's leave it alone. I say, as I keep messing with it. I put the lipstick on, y'all, and we are done. Under 2 hours. I really like this. I really like this. I do want to, you know what, now I'm getting picky. I'm getting picky. Let's just do the lip and be done. Because I'm looking at it like this and you can see my... Fuck it. Is this not even... Well, at least I don't have ghost ears. Yeah, that comment was funny. And we're going to leave it like that. And all it does is just make the lighter part look like it's further back. Hashtag I tried it. All right, lipstick. Thank you again, Skinny, for this. And y'all know I love a black lip. This side has a peak. This finger, y'all. I wish they came up with darker shades. The next darkest shade is this one, and then it goes really light after that. They're powder kiss liquid lipsticks. Some suckers are drying. This side is still... I think we're just going to call it. This side has a peak right here. I don't want to mess with it too much. Now this side has a peak. I really like this look. And we're going to leave it like that. Yo, I like this look. Man, if I had on a tank top, I would bring the gray down because I'm just like a floating head. Thank you, Skinny Queen. I am really digging this, and I am glad that we went with the matte gray. So thank you, y'all, for your input on that. I don't like this lid, and it did still crack and crease, but you know what? It is what it is. So thank you, y'all, for being here. I have both of Michelle's requests. Palette Bingo with Circle Loco, 6 Shades, and Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland before Valentine's Day. I'll finish writing that I'll finish writing Valentine's. I have VAO, and then that's when my fingers started acting up. I like this look, y'all. It do like a flower though. Thank you, Janet. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning to just just chill out. Why did I have this out? Did I use this? No, I did not. So you can go home. Yeah, I'm excited. This is really good. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. This was really good. I really like this. And I definitely see the inspiration. I think it looks more like a flower because my points are not as sharp because I did kind of round them. And his are rounded a little bit, but not as much. And so that's why it's looking like, hey, Lorraine. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marion. And so that's why mine is looking more flowery because his are more pointed like this side versus more rounded like how I did over here. I like this. Thank you so much, Skinny Queen. I do want to do my neck, but we're not going to do the neck. But we're going to go. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for all the gifts and all of that stuff. And members get to make requests, and this was a member's request. And so if you're watching this and you think of something you would like for me to do specifically for you, membership is $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. You may or may not pay taxes on that. And so we are going to go. Thanks again, Skinny Queen. Thank you, all of you, for your time. And that is awesome, Lorraine. You're a Kiss fan. And I did a good job. I like that. So you guys will be back here Thursday. We're doing a 1920s smoky graphic look on Thursday. I think we do have a video going up tomorrow. And so that'll be it for tonight, y'all. Thank you so much. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. You will see me soon. Bye. I have to take pictures for the gram.